Reviewing these closing journal entry questions can help you pass your next accounting test. I'm Scott Meister, and this is Test Prep Episode 7. In this video, we'll take a look at some financial accounting questions related to closing journal entries. This video is meant for students in their first accounting class, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Also, if you know anyone that might be interested in this video, make sure you share it with them. The first question reads, once closing entries have been posted to the general ledger, expense accounts should have a normal balance, a debit balance, a credit balance, or a zero balance. Well, when we're talking about expenses, those are temporary accounts. So after we've posted all of our closing entries, that means that the expense accounts should have a zero balance. For question 2, it says all of the following accounts are closed except supplies, rent expense, service revenue, or Jim Smith drawing. So we're looking for the accounts that are not closed. So our expense account is closed, our revenue account is closed, and our drawing account, that's like on a sole proprietorship, that's equivalent to like a corporation's dividend. It's going to be closed out in the fourth closing journal entry. So that will be closed. A lot of times students think supplies will be closed because they're thinking of supplies expense. And this is actually supplies. It's the asset account. And so since it's an asset, that means it's a permanent account. That means that it's not going to be closed. So the answer here is A. For question 3, it says the journal entry to close income summary when a company reports net income is a debit to income summary and a credit to retained earnings, a debit to retained earnings and a credit to income summary, a debit to retained earnings and a credit to dividends, or debit dividends and credit retained earnings. So what I like to do on a transaction like this is actually do a T account and throw some numbers in there. So I'm going to do a T account here. I'm going to say income summary. And if I've got net income, that means that my revenue is higher than my expenses. So let's just take 15,000. And this is my revenue, and we'll get to that in a minute. And I've got my expenses of 10,000, and I'll get to this in a minute as well. And if I look at it this way, I need $5,000 more on my debit side to close out my income summary. So the answer here is going to be a debit to income summary and a credit to retained earnings. But first, I want to back up. I want to first figure out how I got this revenue number. Well, whenever we close out revenue, revenue has a normal balance of a credit. So in order to close it out, we need to debit revenue. And when we debit revenue, the 15,000, we're going to end up crediting income summary for the same 15,000. And then for the expense side, whenever we have an expense, we have a normal balance of a debit. To zero that out or to close out the expense account, we're going to credit our expenses. So we would credit expenses, 10,000. And then we would debit our income summary account for that same 10,000. So that's how I was able to get these numbers as 15,000 over here and this 10,000 over here. When we close out our income summary account, you can see that we needed to debit 5,000. So we would debit income summary, 5,000. And then we're going to credit our retained earnings for that same 5,000. So this would be our first journal entry for closing, and that would close out our revenues. This would be our second journal entry, and that would close out our expenses. And this would be our third closing entry, which would close out our income summary account. For question 4, it says the post-closing trial balance shows all of the following accounts except supplies, accumulated depreciation, prepaid rent, or service revenue. Well, our post-closing trial balance will show supplies because it's an asset. It will show our accumulated depreciation because it's a contra asset. It's going to show our prepaid rent because that too is an asset. It will not show our service revenue account because that's a revenue account. It's a temporary account, so that means that it is closed out. So the answer is D. For question 5, it says, which of the following accounts are not closed to income summary? Rent expense, service revenue, dividends, or cost of goods sold. So the first closing entry is going to close out our revenue to income summary, so we know it's not B. The second closing entry is going to close out our expenses to income summary, so it's not A, and cost of goods sold is an expense account, so it's not going to be D. And then our third journal entry is going to close out our income summary to retained earnings. And then our fourth closing entry is going to close out our dividends to retained earnings. So dividends is close out to retained earnings, not income summary. So therefore the answer is C. For question 6, it says, to close an expense account, you would credit the expense account, debit the expense account, credit income summary, or credit retained earnings. Well, whenever we're going to close out our expense account, we're going to close it to income summary, and an expense account has a normal balance of a debit, so that means we need to credit it. So we'll credit our expenses, and then we're going to debit our income summary account. So our answer here is going to be A. For question 7, it says, to close the supplies account, you would credit supplies, debit income summary, credit income summary, or none of the above. And this one is somewhat of a trick question because a lot of students, when they see supplies, they immediately think supplies expense. Well, this is an asset account. Remember, we have supplies, that's an asset, and then we have our supplies expense account, and that's an expense account. So you don't want to get these confused, especially on a question like this, because this could be some easy points for you. So the answer here is going to be D, none of the above. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about closing journal entries or these test prep questions, and let me know if this video is helpful for you. For question 8, it says, mark the accounts that will appear on the post-closing trial balance. So we're looking for any of the accounts that are permanent accounts. So we've got accounts payable, that's a liability, so that's on there. We've got accounts receivable, that's an asset, so that'll be on there. Our accumulated depreciation, that's a contra asset, that'll be on there. Advertising expense won't be on there because it's a temporary account. Angela Brown Capital is a permanent account, so that'll be on there. The drawing account is a temporary account, so it won't be on the post-closing trial balance. Cash is an asset, so it'll be on there. Depreciation expense, that is a temporary account, so it won't be on there. Equipment is an asset, so it'll be on the post-closing trial balance. Insurance expense, that is a temporary account, so it won't be on there. Prepaid insurance and prepaid rent, those are both asset accounts, so those will be on there. Rent expense and salaries expense, those are temporary accounts, so they won't be on there. Our service revenue is a temporary account as well, so it won't be on there. Supplies is a permanent account, so it'll be on there. And supplies expense is a temporary account, so it won't be on there. Question 9 says, based on the following general ledger entries, what are the revenue, expenses, net income or loss, and dividends for the period? And we've got our retained earnings here and our income summary account here. So the closing entry for revenues is going to be a debit to our revenues, and it's going to be a credit to our income summary. And so I'm looking for a credit to the income summary, and that's right here. That's that $92,000. So this is going to be our revenue. The next journal entry is going to be to close out our expenses. And when we do that, we're going to debit income summary, and we're going to credit our expenses. So I'm looking for this entry here, and that's this right here, the $64,000. So that's going to be our expenses. The difference between our revenue and expenses is either a net income or a net loss. Since we have a larger number in our revenue than our expenses, that means that we've got a net income, and our net income is this number here, this $28,000. The journal entry for that one is going to be a debit to income summary, and it's a credit to our retained earnings. And you can see that represented up here as well. Here's our retained earnings, and that is our net income right there. And then for the dividends, we get that by debiting our retained earnings, and we would credit our dividend account. And so when we debit our retained earnings, that's the entry we're looking for right here. It's this $9,000. And for the last question, it says, based on the income statement information for Creative Inc. below, prepare the closing journal entries. Dividends for the period were $15,000. So the first journal entry we need to do is to close out our revenues. So I'm going to debit service revenue. $65,000. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to credit our income summary for the same amount. The second closing entry deals with all of our expense accounts, all these accounts here. So I'm going to debit income summary. And that's going to be for this amount here. That's the total of all these numbers. So that's for $24,100. And then I'm going to go ahead and credit all these expense accounts. And then for the third journal entry, we're going to close out our income summary account. And in this instance, I know the number is going to be this $40,900 because that's our net income. But sometimes students are confused whether or not they should be debiting or crediting income summary. And so what I like to do here is just do a T account. So I've got my T account here, income summary. I'm going to put my credit in of this $65,000. And then I'm going to put my debit in of this $24,100. That was the first journal entry. This is the second journal entry. And then what I need to do is debit for $40,900. And that's going to be my third journal entry. So I'm going to debit income summary, $40,900. And then I'm going to credit retained earnings. And then for the fourth journal entry, we're going to close out the dividends to the retained earnings. So we're going to debit retained earnings for the $15,000 and get that number from up here. And then I'm going to credit dividends for that $15,000. Dividends has a normal balance of a debit. In order to zero it out or to close out the account, that's why we need to credit it. And so that's how you would prepare these closing journal entries. That's it for this episode. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, ask questions or leave comments if you have them, subscribe to my channel for more financial accounting videos, and ring the bell to be notified when new videos come out. What questions do you have about closing journal entries? Let me know in the comments below and I'll get them answered. Additionally, check out the link in the description for my website, passaccountingclass.com. It's a great resource for accounting and non-accounting students that need to pass their accounting class. It has more videos on similar topics, a message board where you can ask me your questions, and discounted rates for one-on-one tutoring with me. I tutor students across the US via web conferencing tools and help my students succeed. I'm here to help, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.